If the stars were made to worship, so will I.
This is your reading from Musings of a Christian Position on the Physical and Spiritual Healing of Man by Dr. Joseph DeMay. I'll be reading to you from week 18, day 5. Hey, it's Friday the 13th. Who cares? We're not superstitious followers of Baal, but redeemed followers of the Most High God. And this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. Then Elisha said to all the people, "Come near to me." 1 Kings 18:30. I just love that short little phrase because Elijah is speaking for God, and he is drawing his wayward children in as their undeserved deliverance from the long drought is near. And what is about to happen on Mount Carmel? Will the foreshadowing of all humankind's deliverance from the curse of sin on Mount Calvary more than 800 years later? The prophet rebuilds the old stone altar to the Lord that had previously been destroyed by the idol worshippers. But before he places the wood with the cut-up bull on it, he does a distinctly unusual thing. He digs out a small trench around the altar, like a moat. It can only hold about 4 gallons of water, but keep in mind that there has been no rain or even dew for over 3 years. Water is super scarce, even given that Elijah orders the people to douse the sacrifice with 4 water pots 3 times so that the sacrifice wood and altar are drenched and the trench is filled with water. Wow. Talk about showing up those false prophets. Elijah knew what the Apostle Paul knew, that our God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. Ephesians 3:20. And then at exactly 3 p.m., trust me, Elijah prays and God answers spectacularly. We gave the verses, namely 1 Kings 18:36 through 38, earlier this week. The fire from the Lord comes from on high and absolutely consumes the sacrifice, the wood, the altar. Remember, it was made of stone. The ground and all the water that was around it, all of it. That is why the sacrificial lamb of the first Passover had to be roasted and entirely consumed. But there's so much more to the symbolism. Next week, we'll contrast Mount Carmel with Mount Calvary and see the major difference in what happened to the sacrifice at the latter and why. Because of that difference, healing is part of the atonement. We'll actually prove that